Hi guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Today we are going to set up my catch-all for October, basically. So we're getting ready for October. It's here, finally. So yeah, this is my catch-all. You guys have seen me use it before. It is the Happy Planner parenting layout. And I go in, of course, because it's a catch-all, and I add my own little sections. So for October, we are going to come in and update all of those sections and put a little bit of October decor and yeah, just kind of customize it for the month. So let's get started. I keep my extra inserts in for my catch-all in a side, kind of like just a junk planner, you can say. And I just put all my catch-all inserts for the upcoming months in here for my catch-all planner. So I am going to go in and pull out what I need to set up my planner for October. I basically have a vellum dashboard I'm going to use for the month. I have some custom dashboards that I am going to put in to represent my theme for the month, which is cozy fall reading. And that theme goes along with the Planner Joy, which is my October Planner Joy. And again, the theme is cozy fall reading. So Planner Joy files, dashboards, vellum. We are good to go. And then I am going to use my monthly themed sticker set for my decor. So a lot of this is available to channel members. Just check the link down below. And I'll mention what's available to channel members as we go through it. So let's get started because we have a lot to do. All right. So the first thing I want to do actually is change up my first page in my planner for the month by putting in a decorative dashboard. This is one of the dashboards that is available to channel members. I think it's available to crew members and above, so give that a look down below. And then I'm just going to go in and switch out my existing fall dashboards, which are lovely, by the way, and I will probably bring them back for November. But for now, I am just going to switch these out for no rhyme or reason other than going with this cozy fall reading theme. So we're going to go into each section where I have my fall dashboards. And we're just going to replace them. Look how lovely that looks, and it stays within the theme. So I chose, when I was thinking about what theme I wanted to use for my October setup, I thought about a lot, right? Obviously, you have Halloween. This looks good. I'm just pulling the vellum back over to show you how it looks in here. Obviously, you have Halloween in October. My birthday is at the end of October, and it's just general fall, right? So there's a lot to choose from. And I chose cozy fall reading because reading is by far my favorite pastime. I absolutely love it. I read a ton of books every year. And so this is a great time to rediscover the joy of reading if you don't read like all year round, or if you're not a voracious reader like I am. Even for those of us who read all the time, it's just something different about the fall. So I chose that theme for October, and it is something that I love to do. And since it's my birthday month, I wanted to kind of stay with something that I actually really love. So I've updated all of those dividers. I will just stick these that I took out off to the side. I will put these back in my inserts planner because I will probably bring them back in November. So now we're going to update the Planner Joy section. So this month's Planner Joy, you guys, the theme is Reading is Joy, as you can see. All Planner Joy inserts, including this dashboard and all the inserts that are in here for the month, are available for free to channel members. So if you are interested, please think about joining the channel. But the theme is cozy fall reading. It says the leaves are changing. I feel poetry in the air. That is the quote. And the inserts I included this month are a fall reading wish list. So if you have some books that you want to read, I definitely have a few that I want to put on here, different than like my normal reading. And then you have a reading tracker where you can list the titles of the books after you have read them in this fun book stack. Love that. Then we have a fall reading log. You can color in a pumpkin each day you read during the month. I have 2 of those in here for you. And then a fall book review so that you can do a review of your book or books after you read them. So kind of like a little mini reading planner. I love this. And then you have a coloring page in here. So that is the Planner Joy set. And I'm really excited about that. I have a full reading planner. A lot of us do. But I think it's fun to have like a fall reading challenge. And that's what this is about. So this is available to our channel members. The dashboards I put in are also available to our channel members. These decorative chat dashboards. And I am going to use our bonus inserts for decor, for setting up the entire month. So we have some quote stickers all about reading, because that's the theme. And then we have several sticker sets that focus on cozy reading and cozy fall vibes.
Okay, guys, I had to switch to a voiceover because, yeah, my energy went from about 80% to 20% in about 2 minutes. And trust me, it's better for everybody if I do this as a voiceover. So, as I was saying, all of those inserts are available to channel members, including the stickers. So give it a try if you're interested. Let's go ahead and start decorating the different monthly sections in the planner. I am going to use the stickers that came in the monthly theme set. I'm also going to use some of the stickers from the Live Love Posh neutral books and maybe some of my scrapbook paper scraps. So we will see. The key with the decorating for my monthly setups is that I try to keep it simple and fairly quick because I'm not doing full setups. I'm just setting up basic decor through all of my sections. You saw me pull out some washi tape because washi tape is a really quick and easy way to add a lot of punch to a page without doing too much. But let me tell you, this washi tape almost whipped me up this video. If there was a fight between Eva and the washi tape won, because this washi tape was sticking to everything it wasn't supposed to stick to, and it was such a hassle to deal with. I think it's because I don't use washi tape a lot, and all of my washi tape is old. So lesson learned, I definitely need to replace my washi tape, because you will see as this video goes on that it gave me some issues in multiple places. But right now I am using it as borders at the top and bottom of my page. Like I said, it just gives a lot of impact really quick, and you just don't have to do too much when you're decorating with washi tape. And it's just a great way to use your washi stash if you have a stash of washi. So I think this tape I'm using I got from Amazon and maybe Live Love Posh. So I usually get my washi tape from Amazon unless I catch it on sale at one of the smaller shops. And usually it's lovely. It works fine unless you just let it sit for 2 years and then think you're going to use it like normal, because trust me, you are not. But no, this looks really good. I am putting the border on both pages. This is my pre-planning section. This is where I go in and list the planners I'm going to decorate and what books I'm going to use to decorate them, and I just kind of keep track of that. And this really helps me make sure that I'm going through my stash and using it effectively. So yeah, I like this. This looks really good, and I am going to just look for one image to go in the corner to just kind of tie it all together with the rest of the sections. Like I said, I'm not putting a lot here. So I chose this stack of books because, hey, books, that's the theme, right? For the month, cozy fall reading. Now I'm just going to label these pages with the month, and I use a print and script method for most of my labeling because I have really sloppy handwriting, and this kind of script over print disguises some of that. And I like the way it looks, so I use this a lot in my planners. And that is pretty much it for this section. I'm going to go ahead and pop these back into my planner, and then come in and just hand date the one pager. Like I said, it's just keeping this really simple for my pre-planning, because that's what these sheets are. So I like to have a little bit of color. Even if I don't use the washi, I generally always use a highlighter to give me some color in the labeling, and a highlighter for the numbers or the dates. And that's why, and that way I can put a little bit of decor. So that looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and skip the calendar section for now. I'm going to save that to the end, and we're going to move into the goals. Okay, so decorating my goals. I am going to decorate my monthly goals and actions page. I am going to look for a label for the month. And I'm just using my Happy Planner dates and holidays. I love this book. It often sells out on the Happy Planner site. I actually looked for it when I bought my last set of clearance items from Happy Planner, and it was sold out, unfortunately. But it's a really good dates and holidays book if you ever run across it. I am also decorating the quarterly goals and milestones for this month because October is the beginning of a new quarter. So typically I would only decorate this one page, or just add in this one page for the goals each month, because when I redid my goals inserts, I took down my goals section from like 15 pages per month to one page. And I am so excited about that because I was not using those 15 pages and I think it was way too overwhelming. But because this is the beginning of the quarter, I'm going to have to do a little decorating on the quarterly page as well. Now I am layering some washi tape here. I started with that green because I wanted to kind of bring in a third color, and some of my book stickers have green in it and I thought it would look good. In hindsight, I probably would have left the green off, but you know what? It is what it is. Like I said, after the first part of this video, my energy went down so low, you guys, and it was just, this washi tape was wearing me out. It was a lot going on. So I just had to kind of get through the decor, if I'm being honest with you. But at the end of it all, it looked okay. If I had to do it again, I definitely would have probably not put the green down. But again, it looks fine. And for not some reason, but because my washi tape was old and it was just sticking to everything it wasn't supposed to stick to, I had to leave it down when I put it down. It was even tearing my paper when I tried to reposition it. And you know, washi tape is not supposed to do that. And I was like, Eva, how long have you had this washi tape? Because it is kicking your tail. And it did that all the way through this setup, but it is what it is. So I went ahead and did some highlighting around my goals boxes. That's about all that I do on those quarterly pages. Just something to give it a little bit of color. Whenever I use like a quad, and that's basically a modified quad, I like to highlight that title box because it just gives it a little bit of pop. So I'm just trimming out my disc punch with my scissors where I put that washi tape. And I think it turned out really well. An unfortunate decision with the green, but it worked. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the wellness section. And I use my monthly calendar in my wellness section for journaling. So I don't have to decorate that a ton. And I don't decorate the internal monthly pages that I use every month because I have that purple flower in the corner, and it's The background of those pages are dot grid pages. So I really don't have to decorate that if I don't want to. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. And that's, to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I put that floral there, so I didn't feel the pressure to decorate it. So I'm not going to decorate it this month. What I am going to do though is use some of my scrapbook scrap paper. This scrap paper is left over from when I made dividers and covers a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was really pretty, and I knew that those colors were going to come in somewhere in my planners in the fall, so I kept the scraps. And I'm just using them to make a quick border on this page, or like a corner piece. I wish I would have used them a little bit more throughout my setup because I really like the way it came out. But whenever you can use those papers from those 12 by 12 scrapbook pads that you get from Michael's and Hobby Lobby, it's a good day. And I like the way that looked. So looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and use one of my month labels that I printed. I just make these on Canva, print them on my computer, and cut them with the Cricut. And I usually make labels, numbers, dates, whatever, in different fonts. And then I just choose the font that I like when I'm ready to use the sticker. So I tried to choose this really nice script. I thought it was really pretty, but it was so thin that my transparent paper, I ripped it trying to put it down, and then it got stuck and it was crooked and I couldn't lift it up. So I ended up just taking it off and replacing the sticker with another font selection. I have used this font before and it works really well, but you just have to be really gentle with it. And like I said, this just was not my day with decorating, you guys. If it could go wrong, it did go wrong. So I just went back in and chose another font from that page, which they're all lovely. I mean, I printed them because I liked all of them, so it wasn't a big deal. But I just had to take the easy road. I wasn't going to fight with that font anymore. But yeah, I really like it. So in my catch-all inserts, most of my calendars have that dot grid in the front so that I can keep the monthly calendar area very flexible, and I could take it out, put it in, do whatever I want with it. But it does create this open space, and it's really nice to decorate that open space each month if you have the time. And it kind of gives you like this bullet journal type feel if you spend a little time decorating it. I don't ever do a lot to it, and sometimes I don't decorate them at all, but it is fun. It's just an open space. It's a great way to use up extra stickers, extra washi, washi tape specifically, because whenever you have an open space on your page, washi adds a huge punch really quickly. And so that's what I'm doing here is I'm just taking the time to decorate that kind of blank page that's in the front of the monthly, and I'll probably do that every month because it's nice and fun. Okay, so the internal part of this calendar, like I said, I use it for journaling because I want to start keeping up with my wellness journaling without feeling overwhelmed. So my goal is to come in here a couple times a week and just write down how I'm feeling that day. It could be as little as one word. I could write a couple of phrases, but hopefully I won't feel pressure to like write paragraphs. And maybe I'll be more likely to do that than try to keep a complete wellness journal, because I have tried that before and it gets a little bit wearisome for me. So this is a new approach. I have really tried it for the past few months and I failed at it. I didn't do well with the approach, but I'm going to keep plugging away at it because I need to do something to keep me focused on my wellness journal. And so this is just my latest attempt, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think the key for me is don't feel pressured to write too much, even if it's just drawing a smiley face, right? You know, an emoticon or whatever, smiley face, sad face, crying face, whatever. However you feel that day, even if it's just that, just do a little bit. And if you do leave it blank, just put a sticker there,
right? Just do something every day so that you're thinking about your wellness and you're being intentional about it. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to do with the journaling. Okay, so I am using the scrapbook paper leftovers again just to create a border. I actually really like the way this turned out. I've said this several times. I will say it throughout the rest of this video. I struggled. I struggled a lot with the decor because I felt my energy just leaving me and it just wasn't pulling together like I really wanted it to. But this looks pretty good as I'm looking at this while doing this voiceover. I do like the way this looks. So what I'm looking for now is just an October monthly label to cover up the October label that was already there since I put washi tape over it. And I like that look as well. So it's definitely pulling together. I have to say, I like the approach of using the same washi throughout all of my sections because it makes the month look a little bit more cohesive, right? So using the same decorative elements while I'm setting up these pages, I do like this. Now, this is the first time I've really tried this in my catch-all, and I think I'm going to continue to do it. I might get some better washi next time or some washi that's not so old because as you see, I'm still struggling with it. But other than that, I really like the way it generally comes out because it does create this kind of cohesive look and feel. And I do like that. And it's pretty quick. You're not doing too much. I'm really only working with a couple of pages of custom stickers that I printed. You can use one sticker book and do it. If I would have had a sticker book of cozy fall stickers, I probably would have done that. But I don't have that right now. I do have a sticker book of cozy reading, but it's almost empty. So I didn't have enough to do all of the sections. That's one of the reasons I printed these stickers. So I think it looks good. I added that pumpkin to cover up that hard edge. And now I'm just looking for another quote to put over in the sidebar. And all of these quotes are about the love of books and reading because that's the theme, my theme for the month. And so I love it. It looks great. Now I'm just going to go ahead and punch the holes that I covered up with that scrapbook paper so that I can put this back in my planner. I had a little bit of a trouble with the with this hole punch because not hole punch but punching this hole because the washi tape just didn't want to go into the slot, so I just did it with my scissors. Yeah, and it looks good. I really like it. So I'm just going to pop it back into my planner, get rid of some of this scrapbook paper because I made a mess, and move on to the next section, which I don't know. I think it is probably going to be Leisure and Explore, but I don't do much with Leisure and Explore because that's just where I put my travel stuff and my extra pages, so I don't have anything to decorate there. So then I'm going to go to my Soul or Inspirational section, and I'm going to decorate my horizontal that I put in each month. So even though this is an undated weekly, I am going to use this for monthly journaling. So I'm pretty much going to ignore the day labels, and I'm just going to do some light decor on this page to prep it for journaling for the month. So same thought process as I had with my wellness. I haven't been really good at tracking my inspirational activities for the month. So things like journaling about what I read or what I watch or discussions that I have. That's what I'd want to do for my inspirational section. Maybe even some light memory keeping. I do have a set of faith inserts that I use, but it's primarily trackers. So I just wanted a place to journal again without having a totally separate faith journal because that's just too much. So I am just going to come in here, and my plan is to use inserts each month, just one insert so that I can keep it attainable for me and achievable. Whether it's a horizontal or a dashboard, those are the two I tend to use for journaling. You may even see me bring in an undated vertical or something. But it's just going to be for journaling and memory keeping. So I am just using this washi to, again, keep that theme going. And I know I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. I really like this washi. I think I end up using the entire roll in here. So it really did pull this together so that it fits with everything else. And I am just picking out a couple of stickers from my stickers that I printed for this month's theme. And so just going in and putting them randomly throughout this layout so that I can get it prepared to journal in throughout the month. And now I'm just cleaning up some of these disc holes so that I can easily put it back in my planner. And looks good. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and grab my planner, stick these back. And I believe that is about the last individual section that I need to decorate. So I'm going to flip back to my calendar section and start setting up my monthly pages for the month of October. Now, I use the parenting layout from Happy Planner. It is my favorite layout for the Catchall planner. And for my Catchall planner, I should say, I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that it has these focus and goals pages up front. On the right hand side, that's your goals and your focus for the upcoming month. So that would be for October. And on the left hand side is where you look back and you reflect on the prior month. So that would be for September. So what I like to do is just decorate both sides. The left hand side is really more of a little bit of a journaling situation to me. That's how I treat it. And I reflect on the prior month. I use this planner the way it's intended. The sections are labeled down the spine on the left hand side. I think they are family, friends, home, work, finances, fun, things like that. And there are no prompts. It's just for you to reflect on how you did in those areas for the prior month. And I love that. And like I was saying, I use this planner pretty much 99% the way it's intended for you to use. A lot of people who use the parenting layout, they tend to change like everything in the layout. So they're using the layout, but everything is totally different. So they don't really use it the way it's intended to use, which is not a problem, right? That's the whole point of planning. Customize it to do what you need it to do for yourself. But I think it's well designed, and I think the categories make sense for most people, or they do for me at least. And so I tend to leave them as they are. But yeah, so I'm just coming in, putting in a little bit of decor, because keep in mind, I fill this out. I am primarily a functional planner, so I don't want to overwhelm these pages with too much decor. I definitely want some writing space. I do use boxes on my reflection page because blank writing space can be intimidating. I just talked about that a little bit when I was setting up my vertical and my monthly and my wellness and my goals sections and things like that. Sometimes if you feel anxiety seeing blank pages and it like hinders you from starting your reflections or your writing, do something to limit that open space. So maybe use boxes like I'm doing here to create smaller writing spaces, and that way you don't feel pressure to like cover up every little bit of white space. That's just a journaling hack that you can try, and that's what I'm doing here. So I do journal over here on this side, but I didn't want to see all that white space. That's a little bit intimidating. So I came in and put some boxes and a quote, crooked as always, because that's how I do. But it covers up some of that space and I just don't feel as much pressure. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking my highlighter. This time I'm adding some brown to that pinkish color to just kind of pull it all together, and it looks good. I feel like I am ready to prep for October with focus and goals. Now I'm going to put these pages back in my planner, and I am going to start decorating my October monthly. I am not going to decorate the first week of October on camera. I am just setting up the planner for the month. So we're going to focus on the monthly here. I am not someone who uses their monthly calendars a lot. I think I've said that before in several other videos. It's just not quite my thing. I use it in my budget planner a lot because I put my bills down on my monthly calendar. But in like my catch-all and my work planner, I don't use my monthly calendars all that much. They're primarily just for reference. So I'm just going to come in here and use some of these stickers all over this monthly layout, if you want me to be honest with you. I'm just bringing in this decor to tie it all together. I do have a couple of activities coming up for the month. I am taking a birthday trip around my birthday. So during my birthday week, I will be off work. Hopefully going somewhere on vacation. And so I'm going to use my washi tape to indicate that period when I will be away. And then I put a few cozy reading scenes in this planner, one at the end of the sidebar. And now I'm just going to grab a box to put on that sidebar. I am someone who doesn't necessarily like to use those really long boxes. I don't really know why. I just prefer to use like a half box and fill in that other space with quotes. That just kind of appeals to me a little bit more. Now that I look at that though, I wish I would have put a little bit more color on that side, because that light tan feels really washed out compared to the vibrant washi. So I'm going to try to pull in some more color over there toward the end of this setup. But I did want to use one of my coffee drinking ladies in here. And so I am just finding a place to put her, and I'm lifting up my dates to redate that day. You will notice that I have redated this monthly because I'm using a different tabbed side of this monthly layout than what comes with the parenting layout, because I wanted to change up my dividers. So that meant I had to redate the whole month so that the dates were consistent, but I like the way it turned out. So now I'm just putting some fall leaves around this lady because I just need a pop of color, right? Fall is all about color. That's one thing about neutral stickers, is that sometimes it can feel a little washed out. I love a good neutral sticker, but as I looked at this spread, it definitely felt a little washed out. So I was looking for places to put a little bit more pops of color, because that's what fall is about, the beautiful colors, right? So I put some leaves throughout. I'm still looking for a place over on the left-hand side. You notice I don't have a ton of boxes on my monthly, because again, I don't use my monthly in that way. But I did put this quote in here that I believe it says live in the moment. But once again, it is so neutral that you can hardly see it. And so this is when it kind of clicked for me that, wait, hold on, I need to find some more color for this spread in general. And so I went back in and started to pull, I believe, some pumpkins here to add a little color. I think I'm going to reach back and get some of my leftover floral elements to add a little color in the space. It's not adding a ton of color, but you know what I can. And yeah, I think it's looking good. I am a huge fan of using my scraps wherever I can, and that makes your stickers last a little bit longer. But I really like the way this is coming together. Like I said, this is the first time that I tried to do
one theme throughout all the sections of my month and set those sections up like this at the beginning of the month. And overall, I loved it. I had some hit or misses. Well, I had some hits and some misses while I was setting this up. The washi tape just wore me out throughout this whole video. It was sticking everywhere it wasn't supposed to stick. It was sticking to my fingers. It was sticking to the scissors. It was tearing up the paper. And washi tape, y'all, is not supposed to do all that. So I need to probably update my stash. But as I flipped through it, I really liked the way it came out. As a first attempt at doing a cohesive theme throughout the month, I like it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm flipping through the sections now. I'm noticing some areas that I might do a little bit differently next month. But overall, this looks really good. And I'm excited to work in my planner for the month of October. And that's what it's about. Doing anything to kind of get you excited. About being in your planner so that you can use the pages. So I am going to go ahead and set up my pre-planning section, because that is the section that I start working in at the beginning of the month. I start there first, and I'm going in and I'm writing down my active planners and whether or not I am going to plan and film in those planners. Now, I always plan truthfully, but I don't always film my monthlies. Sometimes I only film, or typically I only film one of those planners for my monthly setup. It's usually going to be my catch-all, and sometimes my reading planner as a special video. The other planners, I just tend to focus on the first week of the month. I don't necessarily film the monthly. But since it's a new quarter and I have basically all new planners for this quarter, I am filming the monthly in all of them. And that way I can just keep track of what I need to work on as I set up for the month. So that's how I use these pre-planning pages. And then on the back of that, I go in and I write down, again, the planner, and I generally write down the sticker book I want to use for that week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a happy week planning and that you enjoyed this video.